What am I gonna make for dinner? Just have a Caesar salad. I feel like pasta. Salad, pasta, salad, pasta. Everyone quiet. Let's just make a Caesar pasta salad. You really can have the best of both worlds. Now, when I first shared this recipe on Just a Taste, I had no idea it was gonna go viral. But there's just something so amazing about pairing a Caesar salad with a perfectly al dente noodle that just makes it a match made in heaven. So before we start on this Caesar dressing, let's drop our pasta into the boiling water. I've got a big pot of water coming to a boil here, and I always like to salt the water right before I add the pasta. I feel like it seasons it the best that way. So 2 nice heaping tablespoons of kosher salt. We need something that's gonna hang on to this thick and creamy dressing. So in go the fusilli. Important, stir right after you add the pasta so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. The homemade Caesar dressing really is the star of this entire recipe, and no amazing Caesar dressing starts without good old garlic. So I'm gonna grate these cloves right into the bowl. About 2 teaspoons, here we go. Garlic's done, we've got about 5 minutes left on our pasta. I'm gonna have a lemon here. And then we'll build the rest of this dressing. So we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and then we're gonna add Worcestershire, 2 teaspoons. Mayo, this is gonna bind it all together. Now, traditional Caesar salad dressing, you're making your own essentially aioli, which is you're emulsifying the egg yolk with fat. Just shortcut, little shortcut here. 3/4 cup. The juice of 1 lemon. Get all that nice fresh citrus. Now, the optional ingredient in all of this, anchovy paste. I realize how polarizing anchovies can be, but a little squeeze of this paste adds such a rich umami flavor to the dressing, and then tons, and I mean tons, of freshly cracked black pepper. Final ingredient in our quick fix Caesar dressing, a 1/3 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Now, this really is the secret. It helps thicken the dressing, and of course, Caesar is best with tons of Parmesan cheese. 1/3 cup, whisk that in. And you could taste and season with salt at this point, but between the anchovy paste, the Worcestershire, and now the grated Parm, you're already adding a ton of salt to this. So when in doubt, you can always add more, but I like to leave it just like that. All right, let's do a quick roll call. Make sure the gang's all here. We've got our cooked pasta, Caesar dressing, grated Parmesan cheese, croutons, and then some hearts of romaine, which I've washed, and now I'm gonna cut into pieces. Now, you could shred the lettuce, but again, this goes back to my whole theory about texture and size of ingredients when it comes to pasta salad. I don't actually want small pieces of lettuce in this because Caesar dressing is thicker and heavier. It's just gonna wilt it more quickly. All right. Oh no, I forgot a bowl. It was only a matter of time. I forgot something again. Okay, we're gonna add noodles first. Now we'll add the romaine. We want equal parts lettuce to pasta. Now we're gonna add some croutons, totally optional, but I like the textural crunch. Then we're gonna toss it with the dressing and add a bit more grated Parmesan cheese. Now the great thing about this recipe is 1, it takes just 20 minutes to make, but 2, it's incredibly versatile for any sort of protein you wanna add. I've done it with flank steak, I've done it with chicken, and you guys know we have that amazing how to cook salmon video, which would be perfect to pair with this recipe. So let's add our dressing and get it tossed together. Crisp lettuce and crunchy croutons and a creamy dressing. We are quite literally hitting every single texture in this recipe. So finish it off, a little more grated Parm, black pepper. That is a side dish or main dish winner. I'm gonna get it into my serving bowl and then let's taste. Oh my God. You have to try this. This is outstanding. Room temp, cold. There is no better Caesar pasta salad out there 365 days a year. If you want to keep your fingers. We're big on keeping our fingers here at Just a Taste, despite the many close calls. All right, bit more garlic.